Welcome back. This week I wanted to give you guys an update on my personal Amazon selling journey. And while I don't like to admit it, I'll start right out by saying that I did not meet my goals this past month. Admitting failure is hard to do, but I will be one of the first to admit failure when I do not meet my goals. So in this video, I want to walk you guys through exactly what I did this past month that made me so that I was not able to reach my goals.
Hi, I'm Cassandra Barney with Profit Guru. I'm a teacher, mother of 3, and Amazon FBA seller. Here at Profit Guru, we're dedicated to trying strategies out and continually improving our own software to help other Amazon sellers just like you.
The very first thing that I have found is my biggest setback with my Amazon business is time. I feel like if I could pick one superpower, it would be not needing sleep. Because that 7 to 8 hours a night that I have to sleep, I just feel like I could be doing so much more with my business and I wouldn't have anything to worry about if there were just more hours in a day. So as you guys know, I do have a full-time job teaching at school. So really, I don't get to do any Amazon business work during Monday through Friday until I get home around 4 o'clock. Now, as you also probably know, my biggest business model that I do is the arbitrage model. So what that involves is finding products in one marketplace and noticing that there's a price difference on Amazon and then compensating on that price difference as your profit. So the problem isn't actually finding leads, because with arbitrage, you have to constantly be feeding the beast. If you're not finding products and sending them in, then you're not making sales and you're not making money. But finding the products is not what I'm finding to be my personal problem. I, number one, know how to source them on my own. Number two, I have a friend who's a business partner with me and he shares leads with me. And number three, I have virtual assistants who are constantly finding leads for me every single day. My personal problem is being able to check how good these leads are. Because even though I'm seeing easily 40 leads a day, that doesn't mean that it's actually a good lead. I still have to take my time to go through and look them over to make sure that it's actually a good purchase. And I'm finding that after everything is done in the day, it's like the least thing that I want to do. So I know I need to flip a switch in my mind and start making checking leads more of a priority for me. The second thing that I need to start making time for is then listing my products. Let me show you something real quick. I have so much inventory that's just been sitting in my prep area. There's even those straighteners that I was talking about a few weeks ago in one of my sourcing videos, just sitting here waiting for me to list it and send it to the warehouse. I had really good intentions setting up this room here for me to list stuff, and lately I just have not been able to utilize it at all. So as you can see, I really don't like to list products. It's just something that it takes quite a long time to do. So I'm really thinking about if I'm going to keep with the arbitrage model and finding all of these products to list myself, investing in a prep center, because I used to like doing it. But now as I have other projects going on, I'm just finding that I put that on the back burner. And if things aren't getting listed and sent to Amazon, then I'm not making sales. So that really is the number one reason why I know I didn't meet my goal. I just haven't had the time to put those two things of checking the leads and then listing the products as a priority, and I know that I just need to do that. Before I get to the second reason why I know that I failed this month, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so that you never miss one of my videos. Now, the second reason why I know I didn't meet my goal is priorities, right? We all have priorities. There's only so many hours in a day and you have to allocate your activities, which ones are more of a priority, and doing those things first. Well, my problem is I love to work and I love to write. Writing for me is really something that gives me some relief and some de-stressing. So I was working really hard on an ebook, which is a complete guide to selling on Amazon, and I had been spending weeks and weeks on it, and I was finally like, I just want to get this done and published. So I kind of made that my priority over everything else last month, was just getting that finalized and edited so that I could finally publish it and have something checked off of my project list, which would then free up more time for me to check my leads and list my products. If anyone wants to check out that guide that I made, I will link it in the description. And finally, the third reason why I did not meet my goal this month is balancing. It was a real balancing act this last month, and I really gave myself permission to not be so focused on work, as hard as it is, because the buzz of always working and having my brain busy is literally what makes me happy. But my children think otherwise. So that is something that really opened up my eyes this past month, was when I was getting out my laptop and my 3-year-old was like, "Oh, Mom, you have work to do?" And then my 6-year-old came in and said, "You're always working." And I said to her, "No, I'm not. When I'm working, I'm at school with you, and then we're here at home together." And she said, "Yeah, but you're not playing with me. You don't play with me." So that kind of like hit my heart, because as much as I want to be working all of the time, I know that I'm going to have the rest of my life to be working and making money online, but I'm not always going to have these little kids that want to play hide and seek with me. So that was the third big reason why I did not meet my goals. I gave myself permission to not let it eat at me when I didn't get something for Amazon done in a day, and to just instead take the time when my kids say, "Do you want to play a game with me?" and to go and do that instead. So I'm still like trying to work out the balance of not taking on more than I can handle. Maybe if I do have a lot to list, not thinking about ideas for a book to write, and just trying to find that sweet balance of being able to work to keep my brain happy and being able to also show my kids that they are my top priority. So right now I am just trying to sit back and assess, where do I need to revise things? What can I be doing a little differently in order to make everybody pleased, meaning myself pleased with being able to run my business, as well as my family pleased, knowing that they also have my time and my focus when they need it. So these are definitely things to think about in your own Amazon selling journey. How are you going to prioritize things? How are you going to allocate your time? And how are you going to get everything done? What I think I need to do is just stick to the guide that I'm making in the beginning of the week. Because if I say on Friday I'm going to list my inventory, sometimes when Friday comes around, I'm like, you know what, I'll do it tomorrow. So that's the first thing that I'm really going to stick to this month to meet my goals. If my goal says you're prepping your stuff on Friday, I'm going to prep my stuff on Friday. If it says on Saturday you're checking your leads, I'm just going to tell myself, that's what you need to do, get it done, check your leads. So hopefully by keeping myself accountable to sticking to my schedule, it's going to help me next month to meet my goals. Make sure that you're subscribed here so that you can check back with me next month and see if I did accomplish scaling higher, because that's how I really judge my success right now. The goal is to scale, to keep feeding and reinvesting and to scale each month. So that's why I personally didn't meet my goal, because if this is what I made the previous month, I want to be at least here the next month, right? Like getting higher. So because I didn't surpass my volume of sales, that's why to me it was a failure of a month. But I'm going to make it an intentional purpose in my mind to implement these things and to just stick with the schedule. So I'll see you on my next journey video and let you know how it goes. Bye.